Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. Today I have some Spitfire F Mark IX gameplay for you. Now it has been a while since I uploaded, 2 weeks as of the time that I'm recording this. There is a couple of reasons for that. One, I was at my grandpa for a whole week because of personal reasons, and I can't really record there. The only things that I could do is edit the montage, which you saw. And then I came back a little while ago, and I just didn't really get any interesting footage, but in the end, it is here. Now, another thing that kind of didn't necessarily cause me to not upload anything, but it was just something else that I was working on, is my Twitch. I have kind of, I guess, really made an attempt to start streaming. I used to do it every once in a while, just randomly, on my own channel or the Team Think channel, but now I am hopefully, I'm not making any promises, but I am hopefully looking forward to stream maybe once a week, maybe more, we will see. I guess it's just going to be, you know, if I feel like it, I will stream. I will leave the link to my Twitch in the description below, so if you are interested, then you can come and check it out. So, now to the gameplay. The Spitfire F Mark IX. I don't know, it's a really nice plane. Sits at a nice BR. I prefer this now more than the LF because they actually didn't remove the 7.7s from it. I don't know why I necessarily don't like the 50 cals on the other Spit, but I just prefer the 7.7s. So we just went head on with 2 enemies, no kill out of that. I don't even think we managed to actually get a hit even. But we're gonna get right into the fight. There's a 109 right in front of us, and he doesn't seem to really notice us. So we get a good spray into him. To be honest, with me, it's a love-hate relationship with the Hispanos. Either they work great, or they just do this, what you will see in this game. Because in this game, I feel that the Hispanos let me down quite a bit, because I could have had a lot more kills in this short fight if the Hispanos worked like they should. Now we got our first kill on a P-47, which was quite a nice burst into his fuselage, and now I have a 109F behind me, and actually just not only the F, there's also some other guys lacking behind that will join us soon. What I'm trying here is just to open the distance between the guys that are fighting the other Spitfire a little bit behind me and these 2 guys, because I'm not crazy enough to go fight a 4v1. A 2v1 I can do, it's doable, it's not something tremendously difficult. You just have to really watch the other guy. A 3v1 gets a lot more difficult though, but in this game it does manage to work out. I evade one of the guys, I try and get on the other guys. 6, get a few hits, nothing too serious, to be honest. That was just a fruitful shot, didn't work out, so I'm not too mad about that. Now there's a 109F on my 6. I cut my throttle, deploy flaps, try and stay away from his guns, and try and make him overshoot as fast as possible, but then I notice the other guy on the minimap coming in, do a quick evasion, he doesn't get guns on. I put a very big burst into that guy, he doesn't actually go down. I do believe he is very badly damaged, but I don't get the kill for it just yet. And then a 109 G2 Trop tries to make a pass on me. I do manage to evade him, although that was pretty dangerous because I am quite low on energy. Get a quick hit into him, looks like he's losing his coolant, so that is good because that is gonna make him a lot less dangerous in the long-term fight. Then the 109F comes back, I just simply pull up away from his guns, get my guns on the 109 G2, get a nice kill out of that, and right now it's only the 109F that I have to worry about. I was gonna try and make a nice kill on him, and it looked like a pretty decent opportunity, but then I get help from a Firefly. And well, from this point I don't really do anything interesting. All I do is chase a Focke-Wulf, and that's about it. I don't actually get close to him. Do hit him a couple of times with the 7.7s, but that's just it. So we're gonna go ahead and jump into the next game. Now we are on Rur. And I have gained quite a bit of altitude. This is relatively mid-game footage that you're seeing right now because most of the Germans in this game were actually really, really low. So we are going to be diving after this lonely Focke-Wulf 190, or at least that is what I am initially planning on, because we actually see a 109 heading roughly towards us trying to make way for his base, and that is a way more interesting target for us to go for. So I cut my throttle, and I am already pretty fast. That is one thing that the Spitfire can't really do. The FAs go very, very fast, but it doesn't necessarily need to. 700 kilometers an hour is plenty to catch a 109 flying level. Now we get some bursts into him, and he dies relatively quickly. Now I put the plane back into a very extreme climb with all the speed that we gained, so that I am back on roughly 2 kilometers when we level out. Overall, the armament on any Spitfire is relatively good for the tier that they're at. The two Hispanos perform very nicely in certain games. Sometimes they don't really feel like 20 mils, or they just feel like they are 20 mils, but they just don't seem to do any damage. Like you're firing solid AP rounds. But overall, when the Hispanos do work, they are tremendously good guns, and they are very nice guns to play with. Now, I am thinking right here, what do I do? There's a Ta-154 right in front of us, but there's two enemy fighters right next to us. So I decide to go for the fighters. I put the plane into a relatively extreme climb, and then I check behind me, and I notice that there is an enemy behind me. Now, I level out the plane because he is going for me, and I don't want to be at an energy disadvantage or be basically at stalling speed before he comes for me. Now, the speed is relatively good for trying to evade him. He goes relatively fast, passes me, and doesn't really seem to want to engage into the fight any further. So I turn to my right to go and engage the Focke-Wulf that is now coming for me. So I'm just going to be trying a little head-on pass, trying to fire only the 20 mils to try and make him fly into the stealth bullets. Doesn't really work, don't get any hits. He doesn't get any hits as well though. Now he is relatively low on energy, he's already kind of stalling, but I have to worry about the 109 again. So what I try and do here is give him the least of my plane to shoot at, and try and get away from his guns. Now he overshoots, goes under me, goes back in front of me, and passes me. I pull the plane right up into his climb, and I just hammer him pretty badly. But now I'm in a bad situation because the Focke-Wulf has guns on, and as you can see, he is spraying all of his guns at me. Now, he is stalling out because he was on relatively low energy and he was shooting all of his guns, which the recoil obviously lowers the speed as well. But I don't have to worry about him at all because our friendly Spitfire comes and helps us out. Now, I give him a little thanks in the chat because I would have probably had him on my own, but still, the gesture was very nice, and I don't mind him taking the kill. Now I'm going to put a little jump cut here because it is going to be quite a while before we get into any more action. So a little over a minute and a half later, we have reached their small airfield and located most of the remaining guys. Now I was very reluctant to get into this fight so low and close to their base. But after seeing them fly through so unharmed, I realized that this base is probably not the most accurate. Now this guy has no clue that I'm coming. He's very focused on the P-47, and so is this Ta-154, so we get two very quick and easy kills. Now the last guy is spotted. It's the P-47. Now this guy is really fast. I try and get a gun solution on him, don't really get it. I wasn't expecting that to hit, to be honest. And he is just gunning it for someplace. I take a little time to shoot at the AA. I actually expected to kill him, but I don't. I go and chase this guy because he's the last guy alive and I don't have anything else to do. Although chasing after a P-47 in Spitfire is not necessarily one of the smartest things to do because I am never going to catch him. So I put the plane into a climb, try and see if that makes him maneuver, and it actually does. He takes a little left turn, and I initially thought that he was going to go for a head-on pass, but he's not. He's actually going to be running to his base. Now, I know not to follow him directly to his base. However, I do kind of want to keep the pressure on him. But he's going to be over his base for quite a while, so I'm actually putting a jump cut here and going to be coming back to you when the action resumes. So, a little while later, and our friend has grown enough courage to come and join us again. Now, I have cut my throttle to try and bait him to go for me, but as you see to the left of our screen, there is a friendly P-51 incoming. Now, he's close enough that I am willing to open the throttle again so that I actually have speed to maneuver when he comes for us. Now, I just evade him very easily. He is using stealth belts, so I am a little cautious because I obviously can't see the traitors and adjust my flight path according to that. I put a spray down range, he doesn't fly into them, and I don't hit him. So I turn away again to try and bait him again to try and come for us, but then the P-51 comes and joins us as he turns back into us. And I want to go for a head-on here, but that P-51 takes him out with no problem whatsoever. So that is going to be it for today, guys. I do hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one.